Under the golden sun, a small Vietnamese village basks in tranquility, thatched roofs dotting the serene landscape. Slender areca palms sway gently, framing the narrow streets of this peaceful haven. Away from the village's heart, a humble hut stands, a silent witness to sorrow. Inside the dim hut, a mother lies frail, her face pale against the worn bedding. T, her devoted son, sits by her side, his young eyes reflecting deep worry. His anxious presence fills the small space, a stark contrast to the village's calm. The dim interior of the hut casts shadows across the mother's pale face, etched with exhaustion and pain. T's young eyes, wide with worry, search her mother's face, seeking reassurance in the dimly lit space. Close up on the mother, her breathing shallow and labored, her gaze meeting T's with a faint, weak smile. The small hut is filled with unspoken fears as T tries to reassure her mother. Inside the dim hut, shadows dance as T retrieves his worn hat, a silent prelude to departure. The worn brim of the hat casts a shadow across T's face, a resolute set to his shoulders as he prepares to step back into the world. The door looms, a threshold between shelter and the unknown. T pauses, a moment of reflection before venturing out. Under the harsh sun, T walks the dusty street, his worn hat extended in silent supplication. He pauses before villagers, hope flickering in his eyes. Heads shake, faces harden with disapproval or indifference. Doors close. T remains alone in the street, the dust swirling around his feet like lost dreams. Sunlight bathes the village street, illuminating an old woman with a kind face. With a gentle smile, she extends her weathered hand towards T. In her palm rests a small, humble piece of sweet potato, a silent offering of warmth and sustenance in the heart of the village. Under the open sky, T stands humble amidst the bustle of village life, his expression a mask of respect and gratitude. The sunlight catches the curve of his bowed head, highlighting the sincerity of his gesture. His shoulders slump slightly, a subtle release of tension after a moment of profound thanks. Dust motes dance around him in the air, undisturbed by his quiet moment of reverence. The sounds of the village fade into a distant hum as T remains in his posture of deep gratitude. T walks wearily along a sun-drenched path, homeward bound. Beneath a sprawling tree, an old man with a long white beard sits in silent contemplation. The old man's parched lips and weary eyes tell a silent tale of thirst. The path stretches before T, an unspoken choice hanging in the air. The old man waits patiently, his gaze fixed on the approaching figure. Under the scorching sun, a dusty path stretches into the distance, shadows elongated and stark. T extends his hand, offering a water bottle to the weathered old man. The gesture of kindness is a stark contrast to the harsh, unforgiving landscape. Heat shimmers off the path, creating a mirage-like effect. The old man's grateful eyes meet T's, a silent exchange passing between them. A moment of respite in the face of relentless sun and endless road. Sunlight dapples a winding path as an old man's face lights up. His eyes crinkle at the corners, radiating warmth and gentle amusement. A kindly smile spreads across his weathered face, hinting at stories untold. Peace settles around him as he looks ahead, a beacon of serenity. Sunlight catches the wrinkles of the old man's hands as he carefully holds a small, golden gourd. He gently places the glowing gourd into T's outstretched palm, a silent exchange of immense significance. The golden gourd emanates a soft, warm light, casting a holy glow upon T's face. In T's hands, the warm glow of the gourd pulses, promising hope and an unknown destiny. On a deserted path, the old man vanishes, leaving T alone, a chilling mystery unfolding in broad daylight. T stares at the empty space, his eyes wide with disbelief, as if questioning reality itself. He lowers his gaze to the gourd in his hands, the mundane object now imbued with profound mystery. A deep sense of bewilderment clouds T's face, the ordinary path transformed into a stage for the surreal. The gourd feels heavy in his hands, a tangible link to an inexplicable event. Sunlight streams into the hut, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. T gently places the gourd on the rough-hewn wooden table. Her hands tremble slightly as she reaches for the gourd stopper. The air thickens with anticipation as Ty carefully removes the stopper. A faint, earthy aroma rises from the gourd, filling the small space. T peers inside, her expression a mixture of hope and trepidation. Golden light floods the humble hut, casting a warm glow over the room. Sunlight dances on a collection of rice, promising sustenance and life. Glimmering coins reflect the light, hinting at wealth and prosperity. Medicines rest within a gourd, a beacon of hope and healing. The items glow, symbols of life's essentials nestled in simple space. Golden light illuminates the ordinary, transforming it into something divine. Inside the small hut, dawn breaks, casting a soft glow. T's mother stirs, slowly waking up in the humble bed. Her eyes flutter open, adjusting to the light filtering through cracks. She props herself up, a look of astonishment etched on her face. Confusion and surprise mingle in her gaze. On focus, she reaches out, a silent question hanging in the air. Sunlight pierces the hut's wooden walls, illuminating swirling dust. T sits, her face animated, hands gesturing with fierce conviction. She leans forward, her eyes intense with unspoken concern. "He's not just any old man," T says, her voice hushed but firm. A shadow flickers across her face, deepening the mystery. "There's something mysterious about him," she concludes. Sunlight streams through the cracks of the hut, illuminating the mother resting peacefully on a simple bed. The faint blush returns to her cheeks, a sign of life replacing the pallor of illness. Her breathing is steady, a gentle rhythm filling the small, quiet space. A peaceful expression settles on her face as she stirs slightly, a hint of returning strength. Under the warm sun, T and his mother work in harmony, repairing their modest home with thankful hearts. Each swing of the hammer, each placement of wood, a testament to their resilience and unity. Extending their hands, they aid fellow villagers, mending fences and patching roofs with shared purpose. Their acts of service repay the kindness they received, weaving threads of gratitude through the village. In the village, a greedy neighbor lurks, his avaricious eyes glinting as he strains to overhear whispers of fortune. A sinister smile slowly spreads across his face as he makes his decision. Driven by greed, he sets off with hurried steps, his purpose now clear. He is determined to find the old man and claim what he believes is rightfully his. Beneath the open sky, the greedy neighbor steps onto the path, his shadow stretching towards the unsuspecting old man. He extends a hand, offering water with a saccharine smile that fails to mask the avarice in his eyes. The water glistens, reflecting the sunlight, yet carries a deceptive offering. The old man looks up, unaware of the neighbor's greed. The neighbor's fake smile hides his true intentions. An old man's faint smile hints at secrets as he offers a gourd. His greedy neighbor eyes the gift, desire burning in his eyes. trembling hands reach out, anticipation tightening their grip. The gourd changes hands, a silent transaction under the sun. Greed and generosity meet on a dusty path, destinies entwined. A simple gift, but its weight shifts the balance between them. Under the bright day, the greedy neighbor hurries along the path, a feverish glint in their eyes. Each step is quickened by the anticipation of unseen riches, driving them forward. Their heart pounds with greedy anticipation as they clutch the gourd tightly. The path stretches before them, a blurred line between present poverty and imagined wealth. Home beckons, promising the unveiling of secrets hidden within the gourd's round shell. A twisted smile plays on their lips, picturing the treasures soon to be in their grasp. Inside, the greedy neighbor clutches the gourd, anticipation gleaming in their eyes. Their fingers tighten around its smooth surface, a moment of avarice taking hold. With a swift motion, they wrench the gourd open, revealing its contents. A gasp escapes their lips as their expression twists in disbelief. The contents of the gourd shimmer, a sight both wondrous and unexpected. Greed turns to shock as the neighbor confronts the gourd's true nature. The greedy neighbor's house is filled with an ominous quiet, hinting at the chaos to come. Suddenly, thick, black smoke erupts violently from the gourd, filling the room with an acrid stench. The neighbor recoils in horror as the smoke obscures everything, a prelude to the nightmare unfolding. From the swirling smoke, dangerous animals swarm out, their eyes gleaming with wild intent. Terror grips the neighbor as the creatures advance, his greed turning to desperate fear. In the village square, T.I. and his mother observe the scene, a shared look of concern etched on their faces. Villagers rally, their collective efforts aimed at aiding their greedy neighbor. The neighbor's posture shifts, his humbled demeanor a stark contrast to his former arrogance. A palpable transformation dawns over the neighbor, a flicker of remorse in his eyes as he witnesses the villager's kindness. The village embodies a spirit of unity and forgiveness, as the community supports even its most flawed member. As the sun dips below the horizon, the village is bathed in the warm hues of sunset. The golden gourd emits a final, soft glow, a beacon of peace in the fading light. T and his mother stand together side by side, their faces reflecting a shared sense of calm. Contentment radiates from them, a silent harmony filling the tranquil evening air.